Joining me now, Tammy Bruce, a columnist at the Washington Times and a Fox News contributor, and Philippe Reines, a former advisor to Hillary Clinton. Thank you both for being here tonight.
Hi there.
Hi there. Philippe, let me go to you first on this. What do you make of it?
Well, I think Senator Graham was being at best disingenuous, and your previous guest worse than that. Let's be very clear about something. During the transition, when you say something's by the book, maybe it means by the book. Second of all, we're all forgetting that Mike Flynn was under investigation. The Obama White House during transition warned the Trump incoming administration multiple times that there was a problem with Mike Flynn. That was a concern of theirs, and that is something they articulated. And by the way, Donald Trump fired Mike Flynn within 23 days of it. Second of all, in terms of all these conversations and stuff, here's what I don't get. So Hillary Clinton and Philippe Reines and the Clinton campaign and the Obama White House and Loretta Lynch were all just finagling and puppeting to get things the way we want. Somehow that works out to be Jim Comey releasing the worst statement of all time in July of 2016 after it being public that we were being investigated by the FBI. Then they shift to Trump. No one knows they're shifting to Trump. Fast forward to October, Comey at the worst time brings it up again, still not saying anything about Trump. How on earth can you say the logic there exists?
Well, I mean, it's possible that it backfired. You know, that the assumption was that Hillary Clinton would win, and that they were working to discredit Donald Trump, the candidate, along the way, just in case.
Why would we allow the investigation to start in the first place if we could just turn it off?
Let me let Tammy weigh in here. Tammy, what do you think?
Look, I think that we're in an age now where, there's rhetoric and there's spin, but now we're dealing with some facts on the ground that, frankly, I'm also surprised. The Republicans are not famous, really, for getting anything done. And I'm really impressed that some of these committees now are actually delivering with information. So you can look at Michael Goodwin as an example at the New York Post, or Fox News contributor Molly Hemingway at the Federalist, with the details of the moment-by-moment, report by report, fact by fact, about how this is unfolded and how the Clinton team, the Clinton machine, has been involved from the beginning. Now, again, people expect rhetoric, they expect certain kinds of spin, but now the difference is now these days is that there is a variety of information and media outlets where the Democrats and liberals, or the establishment in general, including some of the Republicans, don't control all the information that's coming out. So people now are not just reliant on rhetoric that they might hear on television, but they also have other sources that they can go to with an amazing amount of details, like that letter to Susan Rice. We've seen it. We've actually seen the letter. That is something maybe 10 years ago the American people wouldn't even see. So we're seeing at the very basic dynamic at least some kind of shenanigans, some funny business that's leading up to this.
And how is saying by the book shenanigans?
That the committees and that this investigation will make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, the reason that by the book, I guess, is getting attention. It was in quotes. They're wondering why she wrote it on January 20th, on Inauguration Day, rather than on January 5th or January 6th when this meeting took place. I think no matter what
Susan Rice wrote, no matter what font she used or her syntax, we'd be having this conversation about it. And as far as Michael Goodwin is concerned, I think the most interesting part of that column was the fact that he, even as negative as he gets and how every time he can take two paths, he takes the more conspiratorial, he acknowledges that George Papadopoulos is the reason that there was an investigation started. And we're conflating the investigation starting and the FISA warrant. The investigation started either late spring or early summer, and that was based on George Papadopoulos, period.
Well, I think that there's always going to be an excuse or at least a trigger that allows you to move down a dynamic. And when it comes to conspiracies, the Democrats have their own, of course, with a conspiration that now is effectively been debunked.
We are clearly the biggest idiots in the world.
Well, so I'll tell you the other thing about the transition between the 5th and the 20th. But this notion of being by the book, one has to ask, and I think this is Senator Graham's point, was something also said in that meeting that was memorialized editorialized, where the president was informed or at least had an inclination of what had been going on for the entire year previously. Why was that meeting where he would challenge them to be by the book not done in the summer of 2016? See, this is the strange timing, that kind of dynamic.
I don't agree with that,
covering for.
because the White House made a decision, President Obama made a decision not to announce that there was Russian meddling. How do you in any way, that's by the book. That's by the book, and that hurt Hillary Clinton, not Donald Trump.
We got to leave it there. Thank you, guys. Good to see you both tonight.
Thanks, Martha.
Thank you.
So trying to make sense of this now deleted tweet from NBC about North Korean cheerleaders at the Olympics calling North Korean cheerleaders, quote, satisfying. This is so satisfying to watch, it says, while many appear to be in a dangerous la-la land as they witness a barrage of North Korean propaganda at the games. Just look at this photo. This is South Korea, all lit up at the bottom there. And there's North Korea in the dark, except for Pyongyang. And ask about this man and whether or not he is the one that we need to remain focused on.
He tried to steal coal from a railroad car to barter for a few scraps of food. He woke up as a train ran over his limbs.